students, and welcome to our YouTube channel Gnan Ministry Modern School. So in the previous videos we have just completed the previous chapter, that was chapter number 10, adaptation, okay, and habitat. Okay, now from this video we will start our new chapter, that is measurement and motion. Okay, so what is measurement? As you know that if I give an example, then we know that if I just want to go from Sihor to Rajkot, then we know that it is about 150 kilometer. Then we have just measured the distance from Sihor to Sihor to Rajkot. And if I just take from Sihor to Bhavnagar, then it is about 22 to 25 kilometers. So that we have measured. If I just take this marker, then its measurement will be around 15 to 16 centimeter. Okay, as I take this board, then if we find out the area, that it is this much area of the board, or its perimeter is like that. So in that way we just measure many of the things in our daily life. Okay, let us see here and start our new topic, which is travel and transport. Travel and transport. Okay, so here travel and transport. Travel and transport. Travel and transport. Here we know that the traveling and the transporting are of three types. If I just discuss it, it is on the air, it is on the water, and it is on the land. Okay, three means of transport. Here, if I say, first of all, air transport. Okay, secondly, if I say water transport, and thirdly, which is land transport. Okay, these are the three types of transport, ways of transport, that is air, water, and land. We know that in the air, the helicopters, the aeroplanes, and that all are in the air, and in water, the big ships, cruise, and that all. Okay, here we know in the water transport, the Roro ferry, which is just here in the Ghoga. Okay, then after land, we know that the car, bus, train, this all the things are on the land. So this is three modes of transport: air, water, and land. Moving further, early means of transport. Here, early means, if I just say early means in the previous years, how in the old day, many of the years ago, how it is transport. Was transport from the animals. Okay, in animals, the horse and camels and this all are there to transport from one place to the another place, and it takes time. Okay, students. So in the olden days, on the land it is transported from the animals. See here, it is written, for a very long time, like animals, human beings too moved from one place to another on foot. However, in time, human beings invented fast means of transport. Animals such as camel and horses were most likely the first mode of transport. Simple boats such as rafts were invented to travel down waterways such as river. They use water currents, wind energy, and simple oar to move from one place to the another. Carts dragged by people or animals were used to transport goods and people. The invention of wheels was a big step in the improvement of the transportation. This led to the invention of carts with wheels that could easily pull animals such as bullock cart and horse cart. Early ships and boats used snail and depend heavily on the direction and the power of the wind for navigation. Okay, here you can see the pictures are given. Simple raft were made by joining logs of wood. Then after, animals were also used to pull carts fitted with the wheel. Then snail boats used the wind energy for the movement. Here you have seen the three pictures, okay, but in that any of the picture is not there of air, because from nowadays only the aeroplane is invented and it is used to travel, okay students. And in the first, if I say bullock cart or the horse cart, in the before the 60 to 70 years before, it was used, okay. And then after this this raft in which the wood logs are combined and it is just used to travel in the water. And also after that, snails are used for the and in the snails the wind energy is used for the movement of that, okay students. And then after, moving further, that is later means of travel, means nowadays what is there in the traveling, that is the next big step was the invention of the steam engine. We have heard about the steam engine. So, steam engine nowadays that are in the train, there is diesel engine and electric engine. But in the years before, what happened? The steam engines were there, in which the coals are used for that, and it heats the water and the steam is produced, and then after the engine start moving. Then after, the big step was the invention of the steam engine. This led to the development of the railways, large ship to use to the power of steam. The invention of diesel and petrol engine led to development of the motorized vehicle that are commonly used today. Here, later development brought in the aeroplane, helicopter and submarines. All this different form of transport have made it possible for human being to travel to any part of the earth. While humans have already set foot on the moon that day, it is not far when people can routinely travel to the moon or other planets of the solar system. Here you can see aeroplane, spaceship, steam engine and submarines are pictures are given. Okay, means from this, from the first one is aeroplane. So from aeroplane, with the help of aeroplane, people can just go anywhere on the earth. And second one is the spaceship. From the spaceship, the people or the anything else can just go out of the planet. Okay, and then it is train. From train also, from I think the longest train, it is between Russia to, I don't just forgot the name, which is the longest train, which just covered many of the countries. Okay, and then it is the submarines, that is used in the water. Okay, and then after, moving further, that is when we travel, we want to know how far our destination is. For example, you may want to know how far your school is from your house. For this, you would need to measure the distance between your school and your home using a method that is reliable and accurate. Let us learn about more about measurement. So here, if we just know the destination, that I have to reach that place, okay, then I should can also know the measurement, that much kilometer, that much meter, that much centimeter, or the units. There are different units of the measurement. So it is used. So if I just want to go from here CO to the Rajkot, then I know it is about 150 kilometer. Okay, when if I just travel through the bus, then it will take 4 to 4.5 hours. If I just travel from the car, then it will take 3 to 3.5 hours. Okay students, now moving further to the measurement. So what is measurement? First of all, measurement the process of finding the process of finding the length size or quantity of a substance is called measurement. Is called measurement. Here, what is measurement? The process of finding the length, size, or quantity of substance is called measurement. Okay, students, it is called measurement. Means anything we have to find anything of the length, size, or quantity, then it is defined as the measurement. Here, see further. For the sake of informality, it is necessary to use the standard fixed quantity of the measurement. A standard fixed quantity used to represent measurement is called a unit. Here, in that, there is a different unit of all these different length, size, quantity. So here, a standard fixed quantity used to represent measurement is called a unit. So here all the things have the which is measured to be. If I just want to measure this marker, then it is to be measured in centimeter. If I just want to measure from here to somewhere a distance not more than 1000 meter, then it is just measured in meter. And if I just want to measure from one city to the another city, then it should be measured in kilometer or miles. Okay, so there are different units. If we know that if I just want to weight this marker, then it will be in the gram. If I just want to weight some of the fruits, some of the vegetables, then it will be can also be in grams, and also it can be in the kilograms. Okay, and if just I want to weight some big machineries, okay, then it should be measured in tons. Okay, so all the things have the different measurement. Let us see further. Here it is. For example, when we measure length, we may use such units such as centimeter, inch, meter, kilometer, and mile. Earlier people did not use standard units to measure length. It was very common to use the unit based on the length of hands, feet, arms, etc. These were known as handspan, cubit, and fathom. Okay, see here the pictures is given. Handspan is the distance between the tip of the thumb and the tip of the little finger of a fully stretched hand. Cubit is the distance between the tip of the middle finger and the elbow. Fathom is the space between the outstretched arm. It is generally used to measure the depth of the sea. Then after, There is an activity that is aimed to understand the importance of using standard units of the measurements. Materials needed: a string and a foot ruler. Measure the following lengths using a string and then placing the string alongside the foot ruler and writing down your measurements in the centimeter. Then after A, that is the distance between the tip of your thumb and the tip of your little finger when your hands is fully stretched is called the handspan, and the distance between the tip of your middle finger outstretched and your elbow, that is called cubit, and the length of your outstretched arm are called fathom. And now ask your friends to do the same and then compare your values with those of your friends. You may request your teacher to do the same activity and compare your measurements. Discussion and the conclusion, you will find that the length of the cubit, handspan, etc. vary from one person to the another. Here, in this activity, we know that all the things have the different measurements. Means all the body's finger between the space is not the same. If 5 years old 5 years old boy or girl just hold this marker, then it can't be able to hold like this. Okay, and if it is about 15 years, it can hold up to here only, and here it is I can just hold like this. Okay, in that way all these hands are different. In that way the measure of this is also different, and all the arms are just stretched, and that is also different. Okay, so it is not a proper unit to measure because all their bodies are of different length. So then after this is that is a measurement that relies on a unit whose value varies from person to the person is not all a reliable one. Therefore, we need a method for the measurement that will give uniform reading from the same object measured. This is why we need a standard unit. So for that all these can be measured in the same, there all the values are equal. So for that the standard units are there. So in the standard units are those units that have a fixed value and therefore do not vary from person to the person or place to the place. Here, standard unit. What is standard unit? Standard units are those units that have a fixed value and therefore do not vary from person to person, or place to place, Okay. Therefore, if you look at your ruler, you will find that one edge has marking in centimeter and the other edge has marking in inches. This distance between the marking does not vary from ruler to ruler. Means if you just take your scale, in one side there is centimeter and the other side there is inch. So what happens? If you take your friend's scale or any of the scale, then this will be same only. The distance between 0 centimeter to 1 centimeter, it will be same, and from 0 inch to the 1 inch it will be same only. So all the distance will be same. That is, it is known as the standard unit. See here, centimeter and inch are standard units of the length. If you measure a certain length, say a line of 10 centimeter, for example, it will measure 10 centimeter on any ruler your friends or anyone else. This is what meant by a standard unit. It is fixed and does not change depending upon who is measured. Larger standard units of length are miles and kilometers. Okay, if we just want to measure more, then it is measured in kilometers and miles. But in India, we just most use the kilometer. We in the foreign only it is the miles are used. Okay, students, and here moving further to the SI units. So, what is SI units? Let us see that. Okay, but SI unit that we will see in the next video. Now just write down your homework. So in your homework, in earlier days, what is used for transport, you have to write. Okay, then after next one, in modern days or later, we will write modern days only, means nowadays. Nowadays, what is used for transport okay, and then after the definitions of measurement, measurement, handspan, cubit, standard unit, standard unit. Okay, this all the things you just this things is to be written in definition, and in this I have said in earlier days what is used, horse cart, bullock cart, and that all you have to write. And nowadays means cars, motorcycle, aeroplanes, ship, and this all things. And here the definitions are given that you have to write. Okay, students, we will meet in the next video. Bye, students.